Unraveling the Legacy of Camus' L'Étranger, a filmic exploration of colonial shadows. In a world where literary adaptations often tread a fine line between reverence and controversy, the recent cinematic endeavor by François Ozon has reignited debates surrounding Albert Camus' seminal work, L'Étranger. This black and white adaptation, set to grace UK screens next year, delves into the complex tapestry of French colonialism in Algeria, a theme that has long been a source of contention. The challenge of adaptation. As Cult News aptly put it, adapting L'Étranger is akin to scaling the Himalayas, a daunting task that Ozon has courageously undertaken. The novel, with its nuanced portrayal of colonial Algeria, has been a rare subject for screen adaptations, largely due to its sensitive and divisive nature. A tale of absurdity and indifference. At the heart of the story is Meursault, a taciturn French settler in Algiers. His emotional detachment, evident in his lack of grief over his mother's death and his cold demeanor after killing an Arab on a beach, leads to his ultimate condemnation, a sentence of death by decapitation. This absurdity, as Nejib Sidi Moussa, a political scientist and author, points out, is a central theme of Camus' first novel. Colonial justice and its contradictions. Sidi Moussa argues that Meursault's punishment is not for the murder itself but for his indifference and atheism, which clash with the values of colonial society. L'Étranger isn't an anti-colonialist manifesto, he says. Camus is painting a picture of a society he knows well. Subtle references to colonial dehumanization. Ozon's film, according to Sidi Moussa, succeeds in capturing the dehumanizing aspects of colonial society, both for the colonized and the colonizer. With subtle references and personal touches, Ozon reconstructs the story to resonate with contemporary audiences, a daring and faithful approach. Divided opinions and critical reception. The film has received mixed reviews. While some, like Jacques Dignel from Causeur magazine, criticize Ozon's adaptation for lacking metaphysical ambition and being politically correct, others, like Catherine Brun, a literature professor at the Sorbonne, highlight the novel's enigmatic nature, which continues to divide French society. The enigma of L'Étranger. Brun suggests that the story's opacity allows for diverse interpretations, much like Camus himself. It is as much about what is not said, the silences in the book over French colonialism. She says, emphasizing the lack of consensus on this sensitive topic. A polemic mirror. Camus' work, according to Brun, mirrors the tensions and contradictions of colonial Algeria, allowing everyone to find validation for their arguments. Nobody can have the last word, she adds, underscoring the inexhaustible nature of the subject. Catherine Camus' perspective. Catherine Camus, the author's daughter and custodian of his work, offers an intriguing perspective. While she appreciates the film, she believes Ozon fell into the trap of political correctness by emphasizing the role of the murdered Arab's sister, Jemila. In her view, this edition contradicts the novel and is a concession to wokeism. Ozon's artistic vision. Ozon, in his statement to the European Film Awards, acknowledges the challenge of adapting a masterpiece that has been visualized and interpreted by countless readers. He justifies his decision to give Jemila a greater presence, describing it as pulling on a thread that Camus had woven without developing. Through her character, Ozon aims to highlight the invisibility of the Arab, the separation of two worlds, and the unease between communities, themes that Camus himself was aware of. A thought-provoking adaptation. As this filmic interpretation of L'Étranger unfolds, it invites us to reflect on the complex legacies of colonialism and the enduring power of literary works to spark debate and introspection. What do you think? Is Ozon's adaptation a faithful representation or a controversial interpretation? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments.